Well, I'm Walt Rugland. I've had opportunity over the last few months to think about the last 30 years and the initiatives that we took 30 years ago to basically say there's more to this profession than what we are doing now, and that what we need to do is essentially be concerned about two things. One is that our research is up to date, if not ahead of date, and secondly, that we've got people in the pipeline to succeed where we have and where we are going. I was always asked by young actuaries why I became an actuary, and I said I never could decide not to be one, which sometimes doesn't help you too much when you're trying to learn tough mathematics. I got that from my dad, who was an actuary, and his father was a preacher, and obviously he had to defend himself from not being a preacher. And his answer was, I can do more for society as an actuary than I can do as a preacher. and he believed that he thought that was his calling. And my dad was one of the organizers of the Academy, and somewhere along the way, I think it was in around 1970, I got a call as to whether I would accept the election of being secretary of the board of the Academy. So we did we were working on trying to figure out how to upgrade the profession in its own mind. So we basically said we have to set up a facility where, as actuaries become more successful, they will have the capacity to give back. By doing that, we basically said we also need to be recruiting, because if we have something to recruit to, the profession will grow. Underneath it all, that we're helping the professors understand that what you do with your students across a broader mathematics basis is really important. You take all the aspects of math and apply it across the liberal arts sciences, and then add to that economics. You basically have a description of how you've taken a math kid and made them into what they could really have as a very successful career as an actuary. The nature of what the actuary is doing with the math is not solving the math problem, but is understanding the risk that the math is helping you understand. And so we're searching for solutions for mitigation of risk. What are the fundamental assumptions we're making, and how do we fix those assumptions so that they don't drag us into a problem? We're teaching young actuaries how to realize that their success is going to depend on the kids they're working with. Whether the kid is a math kid who's having trouble but also runs track, or whether they don't know how to take math and use it in biology. The actuary will be able to help them bridge those gaps. The future for the actuarial profession is terrific, because the tools that are going to become available to us, while we may not be at the table inventing them, we are at the table learning how to use them. Most importantly, we have a platform that allows us to talk to the public about the fact they can rely on our use of those tools. The foundation, because it brings all actuaries under one roof, whatever our training is, whatever our specialty is, we will be depending on each other to build the future for our successors. There's a core understanding of what we do in each one of us, and that core is shared and shared alike. And we need to apply it across the board as we venture forward into the new dimensions of science and mathematics and teaching and life. And the foundation is the place where much of that will happen and can happen, and we need to encourage it as much as we can.